हेलो वेलकम टू Q&A विद प्रोफेसर सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी। पहले थोड़े से क्वेश्चन अंग्रेजी में पूछ लेंगे। डॉक्टर स्वामी, यू आर एन इकोनॉमिस्ट and your favorite government of Narendra Modi in terms of economics is getting a bad name. Yes. Do you think the leadership is bad, diagnosis is bad, prognosis is bad, or there is no prognosis or diagnosis either?
No, it's they are innocent because they don't know economics. Otherwise, he would never have said...
They means you including Prime Minister in this?
Yes, because...
He doesn't know economics?
Of course not. He doesn't know any economics. Economics means knowing macroeconomics, not chartered accountant type.
But he's not a chartered accountant.
He's not even a chartered accountant. But you see, take for instance this $5 trillion thing by 2024. That means doubling your GDP. Doubling your GDP in 5 years means 14.4% per year growth rate. We are not even getting crossing 4% now. And what happened to this 14.4? Now it's gone to 18.8.
But why did you get this idea?
Somebody will plant it to him. And they all say, sir, ab to ye aapke kamal hai. That's a problem when you have people who are not your critics. I think Lyndon Johnson used to say, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Closer, correct.
See? So,
but he keeps his enemies far away.
Even critics, I mean, if I criticize, I supported him. At a time in 2005 when nobody wanted to take his name, I said he should be the Prime Minister.
But are you saying that BJP is bereft of any economic ideology?
No, he's bereft of any economics person who can be tolerated in the system. You have good people as economic advisor now, the young chap who's come from Indian School of Business, but he is terrified. He doesn't want to open his mouth. When I asked him in a dinner when I met him, I said, how can you say this is $5 trillion is possible? He said, no, this is in current prices. Current prices means inflation included.
That's what I was going to say. That if inflation next 5 years goes from 5 to 6% to 10%, yes. It is 5 trillion anyway. It may go to 7 trillion.
That's right.
That's the value of goods and services. That is what he said.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why inflation is going up now. No?
No, that is not economics. That is fraud.
But if you are there, $5 trillion economy in actual terms, in constant prices, yes. What would have been the magic? Is it possible within the Indian system?
We have known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you remember I started my Swadeshi plan with 10% growth rate?
Yes.
Everybody laughed. No. 10%, what is he talking? Ultimately, we came very close to that.
Very close to that.
I said just get rid of the socialist economic system and you will get 10%. And that's how Narasimha Rao got it to 8%. So I'm saying today, the problem is only one. There is weak demand. The weak demand is amongst consumers. So put money into their hands, give them confidence, give them a cheerful news, and that is abolition of income tax.
That is one agenda you have been carrying out for many years, and nobody is listening to that. Yeah. That's a great idea of demand, because we have been falling so for the supply side model.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you say, Dr. Swamy, you are an economist, when you say socialism should be dismantled.
Yes.
When you dismantle the socialism, you obviously create capitalism.
No.
Alternatively.
No. Market economy.
You praise Narasimha Rao. I'll just ask one question because you will be the best person to give answer.
Yeah.
91 till 2019,
yes.
Almost 29 years.
Yes.
Distribution of income
yes.
has been very inequitable.
Yes.
Richer they have become richer,
yes.
And the growth benefit has gone to
that's right.
Dismantling of the socialist system started in Narasimha Rao, made poor people in this country.
Not poorer, the rich richer.
5% of people now got 89% of the income.
Yes, it's true.
So it means that is a faulty system.
I'm telling you, if you look at the development experience of all countries of the world, it has always been an inverted U. First the inequality rises and then it starts coming down. And India is still on the rising side.
But in 20 years, it is not coming down yet.
No, 20 years, it's...
even this, your government, it has become worse.
Of course, it has become worse, no question about it. But the fact of the matter is that if you want to moderate that increasing inequality and not let it go like it has gone in the last 5 years, then you must ensure that employment is generated. Today, everything is on capital. It's a capital-leaning economics that we are practicing. We must ensure that small and medium industries prosper so that the employment can grow up. You must ensure that the skill of the labor, you don't have to make them into the software scientists. You must give them skills so that they can get employment in small and medium industries.
What do you think about this so much tax concession or fiscal loan writing off so many crores, thousands of crores they are giving?
They are all on the supply side.
They don't want to reduce the income tax, but they want to give their income tax
I agree.
to the corporate sectors.
100%. That's what I'm saying. These are all complex general equilibrium thing, and none of these people understand it.
But you see, one is you are a Swadeshi
Yes, I know.
promoter also.
Yes.
And here is the economics you are talking about dismantling of socialism. That Swadeshi, you have to define, like Ram Raj was there, Gandhi gave some other Swaraj and whatnot.
Yeah.
What is your
My
coinage for
my
Swadeshi?
idea of Swadeshi is simply don't give any concessions to foreigners. If they find they're going to make profit, they'll come. And if you give them concessions, they will come, use the concession and buzz off. Today's foreigners who come, they want to recover their entire capital in 3 years. That's terrible. You see, nobody's coming long term. So I'm saying that you develop your domestic industries. And what did the Chinese do? They only did one thing. They were finding that East Asia was exporting certain goods, which was becoming expensive for them because labor was going up. So they said, give us the semi-processed goods, we will finally process it and send it to America because they had cheap labor. We can do the same thing. We need, of course, infrastructure for that. Give employment by building infrastructure projects, by printing notes. Don't go to the finance ministry at all. But we have blocked every infrastructure project of Nitin Gadkari.
But they are talking about now giving, how do you explain that you are saying, okay, it is not growing. How do you explain during the past 5 years of your government, party's government, index, Sensex has gone up from 21,000 to 40,000.
Yes, well, whose money is coming there?
But
Please find out the list. You will find the top, some 20% of the top are only one who's making money. Everybody else is pulling out.
So you say index is manipulated by
No, yeah, bound to be. It's you see,
somebody's money is going out anyway, na?
Money is going out. It's coming in from portfolio investment, goes into the stock market, makes the money and makes a killing and leaves. And you'll find one of these days, I will say 2 months from now, you'll find the stock market crashing because all these guys are pulling out their money now.
So one thing is there. Here is an economic issue, which is you are thinking economy is in a bad. Everybody feels like that,
Yeah.
but government.
I've been saying it since 2015.
Yeah, but government doesn't seem to believe in that.
Yeah,
they think
I
the
know
economy
that.
is doing very well.
Nobody's telling them the truth.
And the opposition charges that it's laws like CAA and CPR and that has to divert from that issue.
That
Are you
is not
right?
a diversion. That is a...
Well, nobody talking about economics.
No, that is because they don't know economics to talk.
Not about even the opposition not talking about unemployment.
Opposition also doesn't know any economics. They think Chidambaram knew any economics. He was a C-grade student in Harvard Business School. I know what it is because he took one of my courses and got C.
No, I'm thinking even the students who are protesting, they don't talk about.
They're
not talking about jobs. They're not talking about.
Nobody wants to speak frankly because they are afraid they'll be targeted as people who are difficult to get along with.
But do you support the CEA?
This of course, 100%.
But why?
It's a commitment of the past. We have to do it.
Then why should
these people
why
not
should
in
you
camps?
why should you manage only particular religious
You
communities?
find me somebody from Pakistan who says I am being religious.
Has somebody asked you, Musharraf is one?
Musharraf didn't say religious prosecution.
No, it is religious.
That is a different matter.
It is the prosecution because anybody.
No, these are all made up stuff.
So you mean to say only on the religious ground people are persecuted?
This category, this particular amendment is restricted. Otherwise, you got Section 6. Anybody can come under Section 6 of the Citizenship Act.
If they worded it properly, like say minorities.
Why should I care for wording? I'm telling you the truth. This is the unvarnished truth that Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, Parsis, Buddhists. But Jains also not there.
Jains are also, but there's no Jain.
There's no Jain. So therefore, these are the people who could be persecuted in a Muslim Darul Islam.
But you see protests all over the country. It means your party is isolated.
Yeah, it's easy to get protests in our country. In a democratic system, you can
Jayaprakash Nayan mobilized students all over the country.
No, but Jayaprakash was a man of honor. These people are all...
There are no leaders in this.
They are all hopeless. They have told lies all their life. Look at the corruption case. Look at the National Herald case. How many lies they have told?
I'm talking about student leadership. I'm talking about the students.
Student leadership. What are the students? JNU.
Jamia Islamia,
all grown students, you see. They have been there. 35-year-old man says, I am studying BA in JNU because he's been failing. Why? Because he stays in a hostel. He has to pay only 10 rupees per month as his fees. So JNU has to be closed down, cleaned up, and restarted.
Restarted, change the name also.
Yes, Subhash Chandra Bose.
You should
Chawla Nehru, he failed all exams. They call him Panditji. It's a shame on the name.
Thank you for coming to us. Thank you, doctor. Thank you.